What do you do when life takes on a repeat and you're just tired of the same old things every single day? I've been in this place that I've been in for 5 years now. It is August 13th, 2022 at about 2:30 in the morning. And I've been in this place in York County, Pennsylvania for about 5 years now. And I've walked up and down these roads so many times. I've walked in the alleys. I went over towards the field, like the soccer field over by the school. I walked to the store. I've looked out the window. I've seen this scene thousands and thousands of times, thousands of times. Maybe not that many, but a lot of times. I'm just giving a rough estimate here. And see, the thing is, when we say things like, I lost the zeal of life, it's kind of like, it don't necessarily mean that you lost the zeal for life. You're just tired of seeing the same things. You're tired of hearing the same conversations. You're tired of walking down the same road. You're tired of seeing the same thing. You're tired of hearing people talk about the same shit. You just get tired of it. And then people go, oh, he lost his will to live. Oh, he just didn't want to live anymore. Why did he commit suicide? Why did this person do what they did? How could somebody do that? Like, I don't get how people just go years and years and years and decades of their life, and they can just keep doing the same repetitive shit over and over and over. It's insane. It's insanity to me. It's like something that Charles Bukowski says. This is why Bukowski resonates in me so much, is because he said, I looked at it all and I couldn't stand any of it. And it's the same with me. It's not that I hate my family, but I couldn't stand family life. I couldn't stand, after a while, like the New Year's Eve party and the holidays, and oh, hi, how are you? I'm good. Oh, here comes the kids. Like, this normality of life, I can't stand any of it. And is that my fault because I can't stand any of it? It's not my fault. It's just not for me. It's just like the whole funeral thing and how we deal with death in this country, and how we do the whole funeral procession, and everybody's crying, and everybody's all low and in a bad mood, and everybody's all sad, and it's like we're attached to the person. And I understand those things, but it's like the way that the Eastern cultures, like the Indian cultures, celebrate death, I like better, because they celebrate death. They have celebrations. They're sitting there playing music, and they're jumping around for joy, and they're doing something the opposite of that. It's like I've already had enough sadness and depression and dark times and gloomy times in my life. I don't need any more of that. And I know this is off topic, but I think there's going to be another death soon. You cannot, I cannot, nobody can stop death. I can't stop my grandparents from dying. I can't stop my mom and dad from dying. I can't stop me from dying. I can't stop you from dying. I can't save anybody. I can't help anybody. And this existential dread, it eats me alive. It eats me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, metaphorically. And I just say, yes, there's things I like doing. I love making music. Music is always something new to me. That's why I love it so much, because it never gets old. I can make something different every single time. Even though it's repetitive, even though music is repetitive and you do patterns and loops and things like that, it's not like getting up and going to a job where you're just say you're packing pickles every day, and that's all that you do when you go to work, is you wake up, you go to work, and you pack pickles all day long. That is insanity. It's insanity, because you're dealing with the same product. You're picking it up, you're packing it, okay, you're putting it on a pallet. Let's just say you're someone that does that every day. And you go home, you watch a little bit of news or TV or a movie, okay, and that's your time to have a little fun. Whatever you do, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. But then you go to sleep, you wake up, and then you're like, okay, well, time to go do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to go do the same exact thing again. Like, it's back to packing pickles again. That is insanity, bro. And that's why I said, like, someone like me, I will never work a 9-to-5 job. It's just not going to happen. I'm just never going to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I would rather live in the street and be homeless than to go to some job that I can't stand, doing the same repetitive shit every day and living the rest of my life like that. I just will not do it. I won't do it. I can't do it. I'm not built for that. And I don't care what anybody says about it. It doesn't matter what other people say. It's my life. And your life is your life. And the more that I think about this, it's just the way that we speak this language, and like the things that we say and how we respond to stuff. I just realize now I know how people absolutely lose it. Now I know how people get so fed up with things that they just go off of the hinges. Now, I'm not condoning that people go and do anything to somebody else. You know, I'm not condoning violence. I'm not condoning people go and do something stupid. But I'm just saying, now I see how people go mad. I see how people, they say, I lost my mind. I can see now how that happens, because I'm in the process of doing that myself. And you know what? I do say, on one hand, it's good that I am kind of losing my mind, because I'm losing all these conditionings and all these things that I think that I have to be for people, and how I have to act for people, and how I need to be around people. And it's just all a concept. It's all some bullshit concept that we have in our head, that we have to go by this thing or we're not going to fit in. We're not going to be accepted, and just blah, 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 on and on. It just never stops. And it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd and ridiculous. It's absurdism. Now, like I said, in the absurdism, in the absurdness, in this absurdity, there are some things that I enjoy. There are some things that if my circumstances were different and my situation was different, maybe I wouldn't be the way that I am right now. But I realize the more that time goes on and the more that you are around here, this stuff is going to take on a repeat. You're going to see people do the same things over and over. You're going to see the same type of reactions. You're going to see the same things. You're going to feel the same things. And you're going to get tired of it. You're going to get sick of it. And you're going to be like, there has to be something more than this. There has to be something else besides this. But there isn't nothing else. And this is why I take so much refuge in my artistic stuff, like music and writing and drawing and stuff like that. Even though I haven't really been drawing as much lately, I write and I do music a lot. And I record videos of me speaking and me just talking shit and getting stuff off my chest and repeating the same shit. I'm just repeating myself all the time. I'm just repeating stuff over and over. I'm just repeating the same absurdity. I'm just repeating the same things. I come out here and talk and I walk and I'm looking at the same cement that I walked on 1,000 times before. I'm looking at the same grass that's been at the side here, the same road, the same street lights, the same moon in the sky. You know, even though the moon is beautiful, and I could look at the moon all the time because I love looking at the moon. I love planets. I love the solar system. I love, the universe. There are things that I sit in awe of and I say, my goodness, this is awesome. This is great. This is poetic. This is something that is very fascinating. But then at the same time, I say, then at the same time, I'm filled with this existential dread. I'm filled with knowing that just under the surface of this grass that's beautiful, there's a bunch of insects eating and tearing each other apart and feasting on each other. Just in those trees, there's animals that are, eating each other, that are doing all kinds of things, surviving, doing whatever they do. And then when you look at the ocean, it's the same thing. It's like nature is so cruel. Yes, it's beautiful on the outside. It looks beautiful, when you look at it. But under the surface, I'm sorry, folks, it's not beautiful. It is nasty. It is ugly. It is something that is vicious, has no mercy, and is cruel. And even human beings, we put on this front and this facade that like everything is about love and all this stuff. And really, to me, love and hate, neither one of them exist. Everything in between love and hate exists. Love, the word love and the word hate is just metaphors for how far you can take something to the extremes of the opposition of one another. I don't think there's anything such as like you can love somebody all the time without them getting on your nerves, or you're like, okay, I got to get away from this person. Like, who can you just be around 24 hours a day and not get sick of the person? If you listened to my voice, anybody on here can say, oh, I love your videos. I love when you speak. I love listening to what you have to say. I love listening to you. I love hearing the things that you think of and the thoughts that come across your mind and all the things that you put out there. But that's why I'm somebody but nobody. See, the but is always there. But if you listen to me all the time, 24 hours a day, or even just say 12 hours a day, you would get sick and tired of me. It doesn't matter how much you like me. It doesn't matter how much you related to me. It doesn't matter if I did something great for you. It doesn't matter if I was God incarnate and you looked at me as God. Sooner or later, you're going to get tired of me. You're going to get sick of listening to me. You're going to say, this is boring. I listened to this 1,000 times. I hear your voice and your voice just irritates me because I heard it so much. This is why people that get famous and people that blow up and people that have all these things and people that are big, people start to hate on them. Like when you call someone a hater, because they get sick of hearing the name. Like when you have something pop up on Google and it's like, Professor Johnson speaks again, and then that just keeps popping up and popping up and popping up, and you keep seeing the same thing. Like I had Jordan Peterson videos just keep popping up on my thing over and over and over. And it isn't that I hate Jordan Peterson. It isn't that I have a hatred towards the man, but I'm like, okay, I'm getting sick of seeing this name pop up on my feed. I'm getting sick of these Google videos popping up on my thing. I'm getting sick of seeing this repetitive shit. And I even reflect this back onto myself. I even get tired of hearing myself. I get tired of looking at myself sometimes, even though I'm not, even though I don't hate myself. You know, I do like myself. I like myself, but there's times where I have to even give myself a break. Like it's this repetitive stuff is just what kills me. And it's why I think I get in these extreme lows, because it's like, how many times can you do the same things? How many times can you listen to someone say, hello, how are you? Good morning. Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm fine. My mom's been doing this. Oh, my dad's been up to this. You know, the family's getting along, but we have better days, and yada, 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 yada. And it's almost like, let's just learn to be silent around each other. It's almost like, let's learn how to function and interact with one another without saying a bunch of words, a bunch of extra words, like extra baggage words. You know what I'm saying? Like, do people really understand this? Because see, here's how I see this thing. Once you kind of break away from this whole thing and you see how repetitive it is, and you see how mankind will always be the same, they will always react the same way, they will always have the same beliefs, they will always adjust to the environment they're with, they'll always go by what their parents taught them or what their brothers said to do. You know, be a tough guy, don't be a pussy. And then you emulate that. You try to emulate that. And you go by your mother or father's belief systems, and you're trying to emulate that. And we're all doing something that we were just told to do. You know, it's like we never figured things out for ourselves. It's like we never took the time to say, okay, well, what do I want to do in my life? Where do I want to go? What are things that fascinate me? You know, what are things that keep me distracted that I actually want to live for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just this, it's like just ripping the fabric off of everything that I thought was something. It was nothing. It was just repetitive things that we've been repeating for thousands of years. Mankind has been doing this shit for thousands of years, and we just been repeating the same things. Having children, they live, they get an education, they have a belief system, they go through life, they go through puberty, they turn, mid-age, and they realize, well, my younger years, I had my day, and now I'm just waiting to die. I'm just going to sit around, and I'm just going to be as healthy as I can be, and, that's cool. Yeah, we all need to be as healthy as we can be, if you're someone that wants to be healthy, because I know I do, but you just realize there's really no point to keep this going. I mean, and it kills me to have to say that. Because what kind of, if there would be some kind of intelligence or some kind of energy or creator or God, whatever you want to call it, why would they do it this way? It makes no sense. None of this stuff makes any sense to me anymore. Why couldn't have God or a creator or an intelligence, if there was something that did this, why couldn't they have made it so that animals don't have to kill each other and eat each other and rip each other apart and do all this cruel shit? Why wouldn't he make it so that humans don't get into these little groups and tribes of people, and man has their pride and their ego and their arrogance, and then they all kill each other, they all go to war, and then there's famine and all this shit. Why would something do that if they could have prevented it from happening? Or some people say, oh well, this is for the glory of something that we don't know, or this is for the glory of something after this that is set up for us. We don't know now. God won't let us know. It's something that he didn't want us to know, or something like that. And everybody has an answer. Everybody has some kind of view on how they think it is. And you know what I say? They have no idea what they're talking about at all. It's just an opinion. It's just something that you think. It's just some experience that you went through. So you say, oh, well, I think that it's this way. And nobody has a clue. Nobody has a clue if there is something after life. I mean, that's why it's called death. Because you're dead, you're dead. It's like, that's why it's called death, life and death. I mean, it just makes no sense. Like, why not just, instead of going through all of this and having this heaven or hell, let's just say, to me, it's just so ridiculous, really. It's just so ridiculous. The Creator makes us to have all these impulses, makes us to do the very thing that we're not supposed to do, gives us this nature to be kind of like, just like animals in a way, because most men and women are like animals. Let's just be honest here. And then say we're sinners. That I came to die for something that I did. I came to die for you because I did this in the first place. Now I'm sending someone to die for you. It just, when you really look at this, there was a time where this actually helped me and gave me some comfort, and I actually believed this. And there's some kind of fascination that I still do have with Jesus Christ. It's almost like I can't scorn the name of Jesus for some reason, because I'm so, my psyche has this Jesus figure in my head so much from a child that it's like I feel guilty if I say something bad. And I don't want to say nothing bad. I don't want to even say anything bad, but I'm just saying it makes no sense. Why not just start something like, if I'm a music producer, I am attempting to make something that I enjoy and I like and I'm into, and I'm like, this is gonna be something, this is gonna be something that I like. This is gonna be something that other humans, other people that have the same things that go on with me, they're going to relate to this and they're gonna get through their day, and it's gonna be something that makes you wanna move and gives you energy and does something like for the wellness of your soul, for the wellness of your energy that you have. So why create something that's completely corrupt, that's completely broken, that's completely not right in the first place, and then say that we're wrong when we do this, when we do the things that you made it to be? This is why I don't know. I'm just, when it comes to this, I'm of two minds, like, about this whole thing. I'm just of two minds about the whole thing. I don't really know what to think anymore. But I also say, well, how in the world could humans have just came together from cells? How could cells have known to do this? And it's like, when I think about just humans and all this stuff, I say, how in the hell can this just be? And then it just takes me on this ride of it's just a weird, strange, I can't even put words to it. I can't even explain to people what I mean. It's like we don't have the ability to even put this together into words. I don't even have the ability to explain what I am going for to say to people, because it's such a conundrum. It's such a contradicting, ironic, glorious yet horrible thing. You can't explain it. It's like everything in one. This is why I talk about, you can't label anything, because when you call something good, sooner or later it's going to be bad. If you call a fresh orange good, sooner or later it's going to get rotten and it's going to spoil, and now it's bad. If you have a new car, oh, it's a good new car. Sooner or later, that car is going to start breaking down. It's going to start getting rusty. It's going to start having all kinds of problems, and it's going to become bad. Oh, look at this woman. She's so beautiful. She's such a good woman. She's so healthy and strong and vibrant. Sooner or later, she's not going to be that. It's like everything, you can't call anything good or bad, because sooner or later it's going, I'm sorry to say, but the pessimistic side, the negative side will win. It's just a proven fact. You can be doing good for 75 years, 85 years of your life, and then the last couple years, you can get absolutely sick, get cancer, and die. Negativity has won. Pessimism has won. The bad thing has won. The heart attack has won. The cancer has won. Death has won. And even talking about death, it's like sometimes I don't even know if there is such a thing as death. Because how can you die? How can you die? Think about this shit. How can you die? What is the point where you go from living to dying? Where does the transition take place? Really think about this. Where does the transition take place? You're alive, and then you stop breathing and you die. Well, when do you die? Is it when your heart stops? Is it when you go completely unconscious and black? Is that when you're dead? You're not going to know when you're dead. You see what I'm saying? So really, is there even a such thing as death? We spend so much time worrying about death and fearing it and going through all these things that we go through, attempting to somehow persuade or convince ourselves that we can somehow escape that. Like no matter how healthy you are, no matter how much you work out, no matter what you do for people, no matter what you do, the existential bullet is going to bite you one day. It's gonna bite you in the ass. And this is something that I am having a lot of trouble accepting. It's for some reason I can't accept, even though I know that it's real, even though I know it's gonna happen, even though I know everything inside of me wants to do better, and I want a better life, and I want something to live for, and I want to do things, and I want to make the best out of my life and my art and my health and the people I know and the people who are around me and people that don't have things and everything. But this existential shit just keeps creeping up on me. It won't let me go. There's always something there to remind me that you are not invincible. You are a human. Yes, you're somebody, but you're really nobody. You can break very easy. You can burn very easy. You can die very easy. You can slip and fall and frickin' break your neck and die. Something can fall out of the sky and rip you in half. A car can drive by and swipe you. It's like there's so many things. It's like we don't realize how fragile we really are here. And this is the ego and the pride of man, is that we have put this in our lives. It is a construct that we have put inside our own minds, is that somehow our pride or our ego or some sense of there's an afterlife or there's something bigger than us, this is what keeps most people going. This is what gives most people a reason to wake up in the morning, is these things. But see, me, I don't wake up with that kind of stuff anymore. I kind of let all that stuff go, because I realize that it's really more than likely not real. But yet, like I said, it's so, put it this way, there is no solution to anything. There is no getting to the point of something. There is no solving a mystery of life. There is no some of these things that we just do not want to admit that there is. No, there's none. You cannot do some things, but yet we want to tell ourselves that we can do it. We can make it. We're strong enough. We have the ability to do this and do that. And we can do anything we want to do. And really, that's bullshit. And us, if we keep lying to ourselves, then we're going to keep this construct. We're going to keep this insanity. We're going to keep this thing going that, we have to keep fighting. We have to keep having children. We have to keep, we can't let the animals in nature go extinct. Why not? Why not? That's all they're doing, is ripping each other and eating each other every day anyway. So why not? Why not let this shit go extinct? Okay, we seen it. It was beautiful. Now let it go, and let it go forever. And look, like I said, I feel like a hypocrite because it's very hard for me to even say this to myself. Like, let it go, Nate. Accept it. It is what it is. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. You are a mere human being. I am flesh, blood, bone, and water. What the hell can I do to stop the inevitable? What the hell can I do to make this world a better world for people? What can I do? What can I possibly do for the next generation of people that they're not going to listen anyway? Even if I was the smartest man in the world, even if I was the greatest philosopher ever, there's philosophers, there's people that know a lot of shit. There's people that have built things and they didn't invent things, but they thought it out, and they did many experiments to get to create, to make some of the things that they made. And there's people that don't even know about these people. There's people that they don't care. They do not care. It's just all about surviving. And I have to keep living. I have to be the one that's the superhero. It's all about me. You know, I am the chosen one from God. I am the one that is special. God put me here for a reason. So why would God do that for one person or one group of people and then not another? Right there just goes to prove to you that God is not a loving God. Unless us people were just saying this shit. It's a construct that we said. You know, humans will say anything. You know, this whole chosen stuff that goes around. Like people saying it's only the chosen ones. It's the chosen people that are chosen to do God's will, or to do something special, or to show God's glory, or to do all of these things that they say. And I say, well, if God would do that, or a creator, or some kind of intelligence, let's just say that it's real or it exists, if they would do it for one person and not another, or one group and not another group, then that means that that being, that thing is not all loving. Because it's treating one group or one person different than another group or other people. And it's just, like I said, it's so confusing. It's such a ball of chaotic confusion if you really get honest with yourself here. But most people are not going to get honest with themselves. Most people are in complete denial anyway. So you can't tell them these things. This is why I get so stressed out too. This is why I get in these existential dread crises, and I get into these deep, dark places, because I know people are not going to listen anyway. They're not going to understand because they're in denial. They don't want to look. The truth is a pill that hardly anybody can swallow on this earth. I can't even swallow it. It's just too much. It's too much for the human mind. Like what really goes on, how people really are, the things that really happen, where we're really heading. I'm telling you, nobody can swallow this pill. Nobody can swallow this existential dread. Nobody can swallow, like, truth. I'm talking about the brutal, honest truth of the universe and how it works and how this earth is and how this all came to be and how people are and how people act and the things we do and the things we think and the things we believe in and all this shit. I'm telling you, there's so much denial. There's so many masks and facades that we wear. How can you ever really know somebody for who they really are? And you know what? I seen 4 shooting stars tonight. Doing this video, I seen 4 shooting stars. I never seen that many shooting stars in one night. Anyway, am I superstitious? I want to say no, but then again, I might be a little bit. My mind might be doing it on its own. It's like 4 shooting stars in one night. See, that's just my own delusion. You see? That's just my own ego. That's just my own sense of self saying that I am important. because I seen 4 shooting stars tonight. I never seen that before, but oh, I seen 4 shooting stars tonight. So that must be a sign. That must mean I'm chosen. There's something great on the way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a sense of saying that I am important, that this matters, that my feelings are number one. And it's not. It's not. I am not important. I am not any of those things. I'm just a guy that is speaking into a microphone, that is out here saying what I really need to say and what I really know to be what I know it to be for myself. And it's just, there is no getting to the bottom of what we can never get to the bottom of. It's just not ever going to happen. You and I and the world will never get to the bottom of anything, because there is nothing to get to the bottom of. There is nothing to solve here. There is nothing to gain here. There is nothing here like that. It's about survival. It's about being as healthy as you can be. It's about not harming other things or yourself. It's about, how can I make my life as well as possible? How can I get through this thing? How can I get through these moments in my life, without harming or destroying myself? And it's a shame to say, but there's a lot of people that doesn't happen for. I mean, like I said, if we were really honest with ourselves, I don't even know if this could stay together. I don't even know if the way that people are and the way that this thing is going, if we started being brutally honest with ourselves, I think this whole thing would just like fall apart, in my opinion, because like I said, there is no point to where you can get like absolutely brutally honest with yourself and there not be problems. It's like George Carlin says. He says that America, the glue is bullshit. The glue of this place is bullshit. And it's not just here, it's all around the world. The glue is us lying to ourselves and bullshitting ourselves. And it's just how it is. I didn't make it this way. I didn't do this. I didn't want it to be this way. And then I say, my goodness, this is insanity. It's chaos. It never stops. It never stops. And that's why, if you're somebody like me, all that I can say is, look for your refuge. Look for somewhere where you can have a clear mind and you can get by and be as healthy as you can be, or be somewhere where you're not going mad, something like that. It's like, find your place in life. That's all I can really say. And that's not even advice. It's just, everybody's looking for a refuge. Everybody is looking for a safe haven or somewhere where they can just be themselves. They don't have to worry about, what everybody else is doing and saying. But see, that's not true for everybody, because there's some people, they love drama. They love gossip. They love violence. They love bad shit. It's the way their mind is, and they're chemically made and stuff, and I can't blame them. And I don't hate them. It's just what this world does. It's just how some people are born. It's just the way that it is. And it's like, once you come to the fact that you are so powerless, that you really have no control over anything except your actions, maybe, you're going to feel squished. You're going to feel little. You're going to feel tiny. You're going to feel desperate. You're going to feel like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is going on here? And you're going to realize that you're just this tiny speck in the middle of nowhere. But you think you're so big. You think that you're special. You think that you're somehow this someone on the chessboard that is more important than all the other chess pieces. And this is what men's pride has been doing for hundreds of years. It's why they go to war. It's why they say, oh, well, my dick is bigger than yours. So let me prove it to you. Let me kill your tribe to show that my tribe is more special. My tribe is chosen by this God in my mind. So let me slay your people and kill them. So, my tribe is bigger than yours. I have bigger dick. Do you see how ridiculous this shit is? It's so nonsensical. It's so irrelevant. It's so stupid. It's just, it makes no sense. And the more that you see that it doesn't make sense, the more you are going to kind of break away from all these things and break away from people and the things that they have been told, the things that they have been told to believe in, that they have been told to think, they have been told how to act, how to live their life, where to go and work, how to live your life, what to do, where to go. It's complete insanity. I mean, it is complete insanity. And people, see, the thing is, there's always going to be somebody that will call you the crazy one. They will say, well, you have completely lost it, my friend. I don't know what you're on. I don't know where you're going with this. You're just a very negative person. You know, you must have had something bad go on with you, or you must have got abused, or, you know, la, 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 blah, blah, blah. You know, people, everybody will have an answer. Everybody will think they know why somebody is the way they are, or why this is going on in their life, or how they became this person, or why they think this way, or why they committed suicide, or why they couldn't take it anymore. And it's just like, we don't even realize how lost we really are. We just like to make ourselves think that we know. We like to make ourselves think that we got this together. We like to make ourselves think all these things. And all we're doing, we're just lying to ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. And you know what? Hey, what can I say? People are liars, and we lie. We're hypocrites. We contradict ourselves all the time. We're all full of shit. We all say things that we really don't mean. We just say it to make it look like we care. And it just, you know, I just get so tired of this construct. I get so tired of having to look people in the face and make eye contact, or have to take the energy to sit up straight to look at this person and put all my energy into conversation when I really don't want to conversate socially because it's fucking awkward. And it's really dumb. Social situations are kind of like set up. They're like setups. It's just setting you up to either have somebody get pissed off at you, to spread drama, to gossip. That's what social situations are to me. They're just like it's like set up for you to fail. It's set up for, unless you're people of one mind and you're thinking of the same thing and you're going for the same thing, I don't have a problem with that. But most people, they get around other people and they're just looking at one another like, oh, what's this person thinking? And they have this expectation for you to say something. And then when you're looking at them, some people are like, oh, well, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Well, it's like, then dude, then see you later. I'm either like, okay, I'm out, or why don't you just walk away? There's no reason for us to be around each other. Unless we're doing something that, like we're building a house together and we need to be together to build the house and work together, there's no reason to get in social situations. They're absolutely pointless. They're absolutely meaningless. But yet people say, oh, you need to go out and socialize. You need to go out and talk to people. You need to be around more people. No, you don't. You don't. You need to find people that you have something in common with for the welfare of your own life. And that's what you want to really do. Not do it because everybody else is doing it or forcing yourself to do it. Then it's fake. It's not real. And look, I don't even care if people don't understand me anymore. I'm not looking for validation here. I'm not looking for some kind of praise or to say, oh, you're a great speaker, or, oh, you're such a great person and I relate to you, and wow, I mean, you're a great guy and all this. I don't even care about any of that anymore. You see, that's just putting me on a pedestal. That's putting me higher than somebody else. I'm no higher than anybody. And like I said, if you were around me long enough, you'd get sick and tired of me. You'd be like, look, okay, I got to go do my own thing here. It's like what we put ourselves into these situations. We force ourselves into these social awkward situations. For who? Who are we doing this for? Who are we having these funerals for? Why are we doing the things that we do? We're doing it for others' approval. We're doing it to say, look at me, I'm here, ain't I something great? It's like this whole thing is just so absurd. It's just so out of place. It's just so wrong to me. I can't even describe it anymore. Like it's almost like undescribable. I'm doing my best to put my, to get what I'm going for to say to everybody across, but it's like there's no way that you really can get it across because none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. And I could sit here and I can talk all night long. And all that I'm going to do is I'm either going to change some people's minds. I'm going to make you realize something. I'm going to make you say, oh, well, I maybe didn't think about that before. Well, let me go back to the drawing board. Okay, well, maybe I was doing too much of this. Maybe I didn't do enough of this. And then you might think for some time. And you might sit there and debate to yourself and reflect on yourself and say some things to yourself or other people. And then it'll be right back to the same stuff. It'll be right back to the drawing board of life. Eating, sleeping, shitting, pissing, going to the food store, going to work, doing all these things. And it's like, look, I'm going to end with this. I know that I say this, but I'm being absolutely honest here. If I wasn't having some of the health issues that I'm having, and I wasn't having some of the mental things that I have going on, I would have been gone and did something to build my own thing, to build my own shelter, to plant my own food, to have my own livestock, to build my own water filtration system, to live on my own so that I can take pleasure in my own work instead of having to work for another man that doesn't give a shit about me and doesn't even know me as a person. That's insanity in and of itself. And then they pay you shit. And you're doing the same repetitive thing, packing pickles every day. It's insanity. And listen, I understand how people's delusions or what they believe or the things that they think in their mind, I understand how these things give people hope and it keeps you going. And you get through another day with these things. I understand that. And I'm not scorning that thing. But I'm just saying, when you take a brutal, honest look at it all, you will see how absurd it really is. You will see how it's kind of like we've been duped here. It's like we were born to be duped. We were born to talk about sad things. We were born to get into trouble. We were born to go to war. We were born to fuck other people's girlfriends and wives. We were born to do all this crazy shit. Like, it's like we were set up. It was like automatically there for men to do what men do. And this is what ignorant men do. Men that don't know any better. Men that were never taught these things. They're going to keep doing it over and over and over. And it is never going to stop. As long as we're having children, it's never going to stop. As long as we don't let animals die off, then they're going to keep killing each other. Oh, but no, you just want to see the beauty in nature. You know, all for your amusement, you want this suffering to keep going because you want to see something beautiful on the outside, when really it's under the surface. It's not beautiful at all, and it needs to die out. It needs to go away. It's been here long enough. It's suffered long enough. Now let it die. And those of you who are alive, those of you who are still here, I wish the best for you. And I really wish that you treat others as you want to be treated. I hope that you don't rape, steal, kill, destroy, do anything that you wouldn't want done to yourself. And you're responsible for yourself, and you do what you need to do to be healthy for yourself. But I can't make that happen for anybody. I don't have control over this life. I don't have control over another person's life. I don't have control over anything. I don't have control over who listens to this. I don't have control over how many views this video will get. I don't have any control over how it will sound in the end, how it will seem to be, or how people will think my mental state is, or who I am as a person, or, oh, this guy, he just is this way because of this, or, oh, he's just saying these things because of this, and, oh, he's just one of them type of people. It's like, everybody will always have something to say. And it's just like this drama fest. It's just like this, who has a bigger dick? Who can eat more cherries? Who can get more pussy? What man can get more pussy than the next man? All this stupid, irrelevant shit that we do every day to prove what? In the name of what? To prove what point? In the name of what? What are we doing this for? Where are we going? So it's like, that's why I say, enjoy yourself responsibly. Be as responsible as you can and enjoy yourself, and do whatever you need to do to either keep yourself distracted or to keep yourself in silence so that you can clear your mind, if that's what you need to do for yourself. Because if I didn't have this to do, I would literally go nuts. If I didn't have a way to vent this shit and to get this off my chest and just to blab and just talk, I'd go literally completely nuts. I mean, I know what it is to go insane. I know what it is to lose your mind, because life is insanity. It's the same shit over and over and over and over again. Life is insanity in and of itself. But I haven't went nuts yet. But I know one thing. I'm pretty close, and I know how it happens. And I did all that before. I've lost my mind. I went insane. I did all that stuff before. It's nothing new to me. You know, I had so many breakdowns, I can't even tell you how many mental breakdowns I had. I had so many of them. And then some people would go, oh, well, this guy is unstable. This guy is not fit to listen to. This guy is off his rocker. This guy has a couple of screws loose. You know, this guy, like it's, you got to just get to a point, and I have to get to a point where you got to just say, look, fuck what people think. Like, even though my mind says things like, oh, wait till this person goes by to talk, or, oh, don't go around those people because they'll listen to you and hear this. But it's like, why do I care? Why do you and I care? It's like these things that we have been telling ourselves for so long is so ingrained in our minds and in our head that most of us, we don't know how to let it go. We don't know how to accept the inevitable. We don't know how to accept true facts. We don't know how to accept the cold, harsh truth of life and reality. We just don't know how to do it. And there's some things that I don't even know how to do yet. And I call myself a hypocrite, and I say I contradict myself, because I do from time to time, but I always catch myself doing this. I always see myself doing this because I'm constantly reflecting on my own life, and I'm constantly saying, well, look what you're doing, Nate. You're doing that again. You did that before. I've seen this already. Oh, gotta go do this again. You see, that's the insanity of life. And see, I want to do whatever I can to get away from that, or distract myself from it, or be in a different circumstance where I don't have to keep doing the same repetitive thing that I hate. And there's something that Albert Camus said: find something to do so you don't kill yourself. Like something like that. It's like, should I kill myself, or should I find something to do? Should I kill myself, or should I drink a cup of coffee? Should I kill myself, or should I take a walk? Should I kill myself, or should I do a video talking? Should I kill myself, or should I draw a picture? Should I kill myself, or should I draw something? Should I kill myself, or go parachuting? Should I kill myself, or go play basketball? Should I kill myself, or go get a bite to eat? Should I kill myself, or exercise? Should I kill myself, or do this, or do that, or do that? And that's where I'm at right now. It's like I'm always thinking, like, why keep doing this? I could end this so quick, so easy. It's beyond comprehension how easily I could do that. But there's something in me that doesn't want to do that. It's not ready to do that. There's something that holds me back from doing that. It's like it's like there's always something undone here. It's like there's always something that I didn't do, or I feel kind of guilty of, or like I didn't do enough of, or I didn't say something that I should have said, or something. And I can't explain it, but there's some people that actually just do say, look, I'm done. I give up. I can't do this no more. I'm done. And I'm just done. I just can't do it anymore. And I'll tell you, I get so close to that. It's scary. It's very, very scary. And it's not healthy either. It's not healthy for me. But I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest here. Because if I don't get honest with myself, then that means I'm going to hold on to what I'm not being honest about. And if I hold on to that shit, if I hold on to this existential dread, and I hold on to my suicidal thoughts, and I hold on to this bullshit, and I hold on to these things that make me worry, and I hold on to the frustration and the buildup, bad energy. If I don't get this shit off my mind and talk about it, then I will go nuts. I will go nuts. And it's like I'm thankful for having this recorder. There's some people that don't even have a recorder or something to record into. There's some people that don't even have an apartment. There's some people that don't even have food. I have to remind myself to be thankful. Even when I'm like, fuck this, and I don't want to do this shit. And I'm like, you know what? I am done. I give up. I don't care. None of this makes sense. I don't give a shit. I'm just through. I'm through and I'm done. And I get to that point every time I reach a low. I get to that point every time. And it's really scary. It's not fun. And if there's a way that I can find out how to cope with these things, I will give you an update to say what I did to cope with them. But I haven't found anything yet. If there was a pill I could take, a small little pill that could do something with my brain or my mind, and it could level me out, or it could balance me out or something, then I would probably take it. Because what is the point of doing this? But then again, this kind of helps me to make better videos. Like, see, this is the contradiction. This is the crazy part about it, is that the pain and the suffering and the lows and the bullshit is what helps me to make better material. Now, how crazy is that? Do you see what I'm saying? It's the gift and the curse of being a person. It's the gift and the curse of being an artist. It's the gift and the curse of someone that is intellectually stable. They might not be stable mentally, psychologically, physically, but they know what they're talking about. They've been through so many things. They've been around the way. They've seen people do things. The good and the bad. The orange was good, but then over time it becomes rotten and it spoils and it goes bad. The car was good, then it breaks down and gets rusty and has all these problems. The man is healthy and strong and young and vibrant. Then he becomes weak and brittle and a bag of bones and dies. You know, it's like these inevitable things, if I could just accept them, if I could just say, look, this is me. It's what's going to happen. I can't stop it. If there is something greater or bigger or more than me, then this is all that I can say. I don't have anything left to say here. You know, I am out of options here. I am out of how-tos or what to do or how to cope. And you know, I don't have hope in anything. I don't have that feeling anymore. Hope doesn't exist with me. Because, like they say, hope is a beggar. You can hope your whole life. That doesn't mean anything's going to happen. It's just another false reality, in my opinion. In my view, what I know to be for myself. And I know you might not think the same thing about hope or beliefs or thinking a certain way or some religion or something. I don't know what y'all think. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what is going on with people out there. All I know is my reality. All I know is what I think and feel and what I've been through. And nobody's ever going to be the same. It's going to be similar things, but it's never going to be the same exact thing. So, you know, what do you do? What do you do when you've been at the end of the road so many times? You've been at the dead end. You slipped off the cliff and splattered at the bottom. Like you did this before. Like, how I feel, to be honest, I feel like I'm like the Walking Dead. I feel like I've already died. I feel like I'm like a ghost lingering the earth, like looking for something that I'm not going to find. Like I'm just completely clueless as to, I don't have plans. I don't have an agenda. I don't have motives. I don't have any of that. It's like I just go with the flow of how I feel. I just go with my gut instinct. I go with What has happened to me, that's what I say. What I have went through, I talk about. What I know to be what is really that thing, that's what I say that thing is. And the reason I do this is because I don't hear anybody else doing what I'm doing. I don't hear anybody putting the raw, real harshness of reality out there. I don't hear it from nobody. So that's why I do it. Because if there was somebody doing what I do, then maybe I wouldn't do it as much, because I could listen to them. I could say, okay, somebody else is kind of filling in some of the shoes here, but there isn't. So that's why I do it. I feel like I'm obligated. I feel like this is where I fit in. No matter if I have 600 subscribers on my channel, or I get 200 views, or I don't care about any of that. That's not why I do it. Because you know what? Sometimes I think I'm too real. I think I'm way too real of a guy. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't even think that's good all the time, to be too real with yourself. Because I know when you get really, really real with yourself, it's almost like it's too much to handle. It's too much to take when you're too real with yourself. And sometimes I say, why am I being this real with myself? You know what I'm saying? Why am I being this real with myself? Like, what is this paying? What is this doing? What is this accomplishing? And then I wonder about it. And I think about it. And I stress about it. And I ask questions about it. And then this keeps going. The never-ending story, the never-ending plot just keeps going. Like the Energizer Bunny. Boom, 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 boom. And I keep beating my drum, because what else can I do? I just can't put the drumstick down, because then that would mean either putting a bullet in my head or going and doing something else that I really don't want to do. But sometimes it's almost like life drives you to do certain things. And I don't want to condone that to people. That's not what I want to condone, but I'm not in control of what other people do. And I'm not trying to put that thought into your head either. But I know that I think about stuff. And I'm ashamed to say that I think like that, but I do. Because life has dealt me this blow. I did things because it's kind of what I had to do. It's almost like you get yourself into these bad predicaments sometimes, and you didn't even want to do that. You didn't even plan to do that. And it just happens. Like, how the fuck did I become a drug addict? Because I got hit in my head really hard, and I had a concussion, and I had problems with my head, and headaches, and other pains, and other mental things going on. And I said, well, let me do a pill because I can't take this anymore. Why did I start drinking? Because I wanted to block things out. I'm not drinking now. I'm not getting high now and shooting dope. But why did I do these things? Because I wanted to feel better. I wanted to stop worrying. I wanted to get my mind off of things. I couldn't take it. It was too much pressure. Oh, well, how did you, oh, well, you're wrong for becoming an alcoholic. You're wrong for becoming a dope addict. You're wrong for becoming a drug addict. Well, really? No, it just happens. It happens to people. I had 3 people in my family overdose and die in the last 6 years, 5 or 6 years. I had 3 people on my mom's side of the family die of overdoses, drug overdoses. And a part of me died with them. I'll never get that part of me back. When someone dies and they say that a part of you dies with them, it's absolutely true. And then it's just so many things. I mean, I could just go on and on, because like I said, this isn't even the This isn't even the bubbles on top of the beef stew while it's heating up. This is like the mist. This is like the evaporation coming off of the bubbles that are boiling. You know, that's I'm not even into the stew of my life. I haven't even told you, you know, 1/1000th of what I've experienced and went through and all the things that happen and go on. So it's just a part of me. Like I said, I can't hide anymore. I can't be something that I'm not for this world, because this world is already dead. So I'm not going to be something I'm not for people, and I'm not going to put on something that I'm not, because I know that I'm not that thing. So with that, I'm heading in. I don't know. Do whatever you have to do for you. I have no way of, you know, saying good night, goodbye, have a great one. I'm not even going to say any of that, because I don't know. I'm just not that type of guy. Just got to let it be what it is. Because people are going to do what people do regardless. Doesn't even matter what I say anymore. People are going to do what they do. So you just got to realize that you don't have control, that you're powerless, and there's nothing to gain here. It's just do things that you enjoy, distract yourself, do what you have to do, and be responsible for yourself. That is my message in life, basically. But then there's all the other shit that comes with it. There's all the other drama and the pain and the suffering and the misery and the joys and the ups and the downs and the rounds and rounds. And it just, you know, that's what life is. It's what life is. And I just need to accept that. But I haven't come to accept everything yet. I'm not at that point yet in my life. When I'm there, I'll know it. So until then, later on.